Hi, my name is Kaylee Beerbaugh, and I want to talk about something we all see, use, and think we understand: social media, and how it's silently hurting teenagers' mental health every single day. Think about this. It's late around 2 a.m. A 15-year-old girl is lying in bed, staring at her phone. She's been scrolling through TikTok for over an hour, watching video after video. Some are funny, some are inspiring, but a lot of them are people showing off their perfect bodies, perfect skin, and perfect lives. And the more she scrolls, the worse she feels. She doesn't realize it right away, but a small part of her is starting to feel like she's not enough. Now imagine that girl is someone you know, your little sister, your cousin, or maybe even just you a few years ago. This isn't just some topic I picked randomly. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's happened to me also, and many other people close to me, and mostly people in my generation. We all struggle with this, and social media plays a bigger role than we realize. It's time to stop brushing it off as just an app or just a trend, because for many teens, social media isn't just a way to connect. It's a source of stress, anxiety, and pressure that they all carry around in their pockets all day long. Mental health problems are rising, and social media is part of the reason why. According to the CDC, the number of teens who reported feeling constant sadness or hopelessness went from 28% in 2011 to 42% in 2021. That's almost half. What changed in that time? Well, smartphones and social media became part of everyday life, and researchers have been paying attention. In fact, a 2023 story published in JAMA Psychiatry found that teens who spent over 3 hours a day on social media are twice as likely to experience depression and anxiety. Twice as likely. That's huge, especially when you consider that most teens spend way more than 3 hours scrolling. The numbers are clear. Now let's talk about how social media messes with teens' mental health. One big way is through comparison. We all do it, even without realizing. You open Instagram and there's someone your age who looks like a model. They're on vacation, wearing perfect outfits, with a perfect body, surrounded by friends. You think, why don't I look like that? Why isn't my life like that? But what we forget is that social media is a highlight reel. People post their best moments, their best angles, their most edited photos. It's not real. But our brains don't always see it that way, especially when we're still growing up and trying to figure out who we are. A study in the Journal of Adolescence found that Instagram specifically is strongly linked to body dysmorphia, especially for teen girls. But it's not just about girls. Teens compare their lives, their friendships, their accomplishments, everything. And every time they come up short, it chips away at their confidence. And don't even get me started on algorithms. People are designed to keep you hooked. They don't just show what you like. They show what will make you feel something. That often shows that your content triggers jealousy, anger, or insecurity, because that keeps you scrolling. It's manipulative and it works. But there's more. Social media doesn't affect how teens see themselves. It also affects how they sleep, how they interact with people, and how they feel online. First, cyberbullying. It's way too common. Pew Research found that nearly 60% of teens have been harassed or bullied online. And unlike face-to-face bullying, this kind can follow you everywhere, even into your home through your phone. Then there's sleep. So many teens stay up late scrolling, either because they can't stop or because they're afraid they're going to miss something. The constant stimulation messes up their sleep patterns, and their poor sleep is directly linked to depression, anxiety, and trouble focusing in school. And finally, there's addiction. These apps are made to be addictive. Every time you get a like or a comment, your brain releases a tiny hit of dopamine, which is a chemical that makes you feel good. The more likes you get, the more your brain wants. And before you know it, your self-worth becomes tied to a number on a screen. It's scary how easily this becomes a habit and how quickly that habit becomes harmful. Now, I want to be fair. Some people argue that social media helps teens connect and express themselves. And that's true, to an extent. Social media can be a great way to stay in touch, to find support, or to share your voice, especially for people who feel isolated in their daily lives. But here's the thing, just because something has some benefits doesn't mean we should ignore its harms. We can't look at teens' mental health statistics, see how closely they line up with social media use, and not ask questions. If something that's supposed to help is actually hurting more than it helps, we take action. So what can we do? We can't erase social media, but we can be smarter about how we use it and how we teach others to use it. First, we need to start talking about this more. Teens need to understand what they're seeing online isn't always real. Schools should teach digital literacy just like they teach health or math. Second, parents and teens can work together to set boundaries like screen times, phone-free hours, or taking breaks for social media completely. And third, we need to put pressure on social media companies. They have the power and the responsibility to make their platforms safer. They should be transparent about how their algorithms work, and they put teen safety ahead of profit. Let me leave you with this. Social media can be fun, it can be entertaining, but for millions of teens, it quietly causes pain they don't know how to explain. It's time to stop pretending it's not a big deal and start helping the next generation grow up with stronger minds, healthier self-esteem, and a little more peace away from the screen. Thank you.